Hey everybody, it's your girl Sasha, sincerely Sasha, the author. I hope everybody's having a good day today. I just wanted to do a quick video. If anyone follows me on my social media, sincerely Sasha _ the author at Instagram, or go to my page on Facebook, sincerely Sasha, the author, you know that I am a CNA. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today really quickly, I only have a few minutes, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this today. A lot of people come for CNAs. Like, I've heard people call CNAs certified butt wipers and all this, that, and the third, okay? And this was back in the early to mid 2000s. People had that little joke. But I'm going to tell you my experience as being a CNA. Now, I just done a video. If you watching my channel, you're going to see I got on the same thing. But I want to start shooting for like 2 videos a day, maybe 6 videos a week. I really want to start pushing some content out, because I feel like it's greedy of me to sit on the advice that I have within me. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody's lost. So I am here to share that with you. So I'm a CNA. I'm also a substitute teacher, but this video is about CNAs and that career. So there are 2 different kinds of CNAs, and I don't know how the pay is in different states. The state that I'm in is the state that I've been in my entire life. I certified back in 2008 in this state, and now that I'm closer to another state, I've certified in the other state. So I live in one state and I work in the other, because it's so close. So what I have opted to do, when I certified back in 2008 in the state I'm in, people took the career a lot more seriously. There was a lot more training involved with the field. When I took the certification program in 2008, I went through a vocational school, and we actually went for, I want to say we went for an entire month. We went for 1 month. We had to consistently be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I had a 8-month-old daughter at the time. She's 11 now. She was 8 months old, and I worked 3rd shift just doing regular direct care for another company, and then I would shoot straight from doing direct care and shoot straight to the class. We went for a whole month. The binder that they gave us was this thick. Y'all see me? As thick as my head. Full of procedures that all of the procedures ended with notify the nurse. But went for a whole month. It was very serious. Had to be there at 8 o'clock. Could not leave until 4 o'clock. You had one time to be late. After that, you had to start over. People took it very much so. They actually treated it like a career, for real. 10 years later, well, 7 years later, no, listen to me and my math. 9 years later, I moved to the part of Indiana I'm in now. And there was a program where there was a facility where they were paying CNAs to come in and train. They paid you like $2 above minimum wage, something like that. Money was money to me at that point, because when I moved to where I am now, I was completely lost. I was working a sales job. I had plans of being a manager with that company. It didn't work out, and I was distraught. I had to do something. So I was like, okay, I don't care if it is just $2 above minimum wage. I'm training for something better. So I went through them. I only trained for 2 weeks, guys. Took the state exam, worked for the facility, one of the facilities that the company that I was training with had open. Worked for them. As soon as I got the paper, I shot out and done my own thing. So here, a year later, I'm working as an agency CNA. Now, a lot of people, if you've ever worked for a temporary agency, you know agency means temporary staffing. Medical staffing is a little bit different than if you go to a temp agency and you work for a factory, or you work bartending or something like that. You can be concrete in medical staffing, working as an agency CNA. The reason why I've decided to work as an agency CNA is because evidently it's a lot more pay. I have children. I'm also a writer. I'll leave the link to my book that I have out right now in the description below. But It's a lot more, and it's flexible. If I can't work, I have a protocol I have to follow. 4 to 6 hours before I'm supposed to be in, I call in and say I can't make it. I'm good to go. 1 week, if I decide I want to go to a book event, or if I decide, you know what, I really want to push this book out this weekend, or if my kids say, Mom, can you chaperone a field trip today? Or if I'm just doggone tired, or if I go to a place and I don't like how they're treating me, I can call and say, I'm not coming in. That's it. So I decided to take that route as working as a CNA agency, considering all those things. There's a lot of facilities in the area that I live in, but I'm going to tell you some pros and some cons about working for facilities versus working for agency. Anyone who's certifying as a CNA, I highly suggest that you work as agency. Reason being, number one, you are working with people that have communicable diseases. Depending on the other aides that you work with, they're not all that well kept. You don't know what kind of housing they're coming from. You can track stuff it's starting to rain out here. Oh my goodness, no way. You can track in stuff that can mess your family up on your shoes. Okay? So true enough that you may not be doing what the nurse does. You may not have been to school, but you are doing things to aid her in her job to make her job easier, and you're coming into a contact with a lot more stuff. There is no possible way that anybody in their right mind should accept those kind of risks for $10 an hour. The agencies that I've worked for pay anywhere from $15 to $17. I've even been offered on a holiday $30 an hour. Okay? Making that kind of money, it's a no-brainer. Okay? However, the con with that is, where I live, the LPNs start off making pretty much, or if not the same as what I make working as agency flat rate. Your RNs, if you get into overtime as an agency aide, you can be making the same thing as a capped salary for an RN. So you're going to get people that are upset about that. Never mind the fact that maybe they've been to school, but they're sitting behind the desk and they're doing paperwork all day. They're still upset that you're making what they make at any rate. Okay? That's the con of that. And then my dilemma, as I said in my last video, I said I was going to talk about this. LPNs have to go to school for a year. RNs have to go to school for 2 years. Unless you get a BSN, then you go for 4. Or there's some places where you can go for 3. I have a 2-year degree, associate's degree in forensic technology. So I'm not your average CNA who doesn't know that, this is all they know how to do. They lose their job tomorrow, something goes wrong with them. They don't know what else to do. That's all they know. I have options. Okay? So it's hard for me to take the disrespect that might come with me working as an agency aide. But when you see that check, and you know that when you decide that, you want to take a day off, 2 days off, 3 days off, you can do it and can't nobody say nothing to you. It is all worth it. Now let's get to facility. Facilities, you're going to get the benefits. You're going to get the guaranteed work schedule. You're going to just have the confidence in knowing that you have a job. But then, if you want to do things with your family, you can't do it. Unless they decide to give you a day off. Let's see what else. You have to worry about if you're scheduled to work overtime to make what an agency aide makes. They can decide they want to phase you and send you home. They can budget you. I hate that word. They can budget you and send you home. Let's see what else. Just really the wear and tear that you put on your body is not worth the regular pay that you're getting. And on top of that, let me tell you another little bit of knowledge that I learned. In my area, Direct care people with no certification make the same as people in facilities. And it may be that way other places. So, sure, you get the benefits, but in order for you to get the salary that an agency aide makes, you're going to have to get that overtime some kind of way. But if they're budgeting you, you're not going to get it. And that benefit amount is still going to come out of your check every month. So after, if you're smart like me, and you look at what your net income is, and you take that and you divide it by your hours, and you figure out what you're making after taxes every hour, what you're making after taxes, really? You only still making you're making minimum wage. You're making the same thing as somebody cleaning a toilet or flipping a burger. These are all things you have to look at. So as far as being a nurse's aide, a lot of people throw a lot of shade at nurses' aides, and I watch a lot of them videos about, how nurses' aides act and all that. And it's funny to me because I've worked with some that act like that, even working as agency. I've acted like that sometimes because sometimes it's an enough is enough type situation. You can only take so much when someone's being disrespectful to you, and these nurses don't have it in their head that if this aide wasn't here, I may be having to do a job that I feel like is beneath me and having to do my own. And who knows what kind of nurse I've relieved before I came in here. Who knows what kind of aides done left me a mess. They don't think about it like that. They don't appreciate you being in there and as agency and helping everything go smoothly because they so worried about that dollar sign. Okay, but if you're willing to take the risk of, possibly being in a situation like me, like this week, I'm not getting any hours, but I'm only working for one agency. You can work for as many agencies as you want to. You just have to be careful. A lot of them tell you don't work for the same facility, but you can work for as many agencies as you want to. I'm in the process right now of applying to 2 more, so I can literally work 1 day for each every week, so I know I'm going to be working. It's time management. But as far as the benefits, you can start a retirement 401k plan, with your local bank. You can get insurance benefits on your own. So it's really, if you're not afraid to step out on faith and take that responsibility, you can really do well as an agency nurse aide. So anyone who's certifying right now, you're trying to figure out what you're going to do. If you want to decide and go ahead and work for a facility, or if you want to look into agencies in your area, I definitely think working as an agency aide is a better move, especially if you have children. If you have debts you want to pay off, you're trying to straighten up your credit. I definitely think working as an agency aide would be your best go. But anyway, I am going to get off of here now because I got to go in here and get my daughter. I'm enjoying life this week. This is one of the things that happens working as an agency aide, though. But if you manage them finances right, you're prepared for this kind of thing. And if you work for multiple agencies, you can make your own schedule and be prepared. So that is all I have to say about that. For somebody certifying, I hope that was some good advice for you. I will see you later. I'm going to leave a link to the book that I have out now. It's available on Amazon.com. That is my part-time passion. It's going to be my full-time passion by the time I am 34. Stick with me. I'm building this channel. I guarantee you are going to see some blessings. But anyway, until tomorrow or until later or whenever I decide to do another video, be blessed, be humble, and be great. Have a great day.